Welcome to North of the Broad. I'm Robyn Zimmerman. As you know, we bring you our program from this fabulous Pat Conroy Literary Center in downtown Beaufort. I'm excited to introduce you all to our first guest, Tameka Walker. She is a full-spectrum holistic doula with Energy Evolution. I have been chatting with her prior to this interview, and it's been fabulous to get to know you. Actually, this morning, as a doula and a midwife, you didn't give birth, you helped a woman give birth.
I helped a woman give birth with a midwife. I was the assistant.
You were the assistant.
Right.
At 4 a.m. this morning?
4:56 a.m. this morning.
Baby girl or boy?
Baby boy.
Baby boy.
Beautiful baby boy. Welcomed them in early this morning in Walterboro, South Carolina.
Oh my gosh. Well, tell me about being a holistic doula. What does that mean for our viewers?
Well, I support mothers, fathers, and families before, during, and after birth. And that's with resources, support, emotional support outside of those 15-minute doctor appointments. They have other questions.
Yes.
They also need more support when it comes to going through the transitions, right? And then inside that labor room, those doctors, the nurses are there for the medical. We are there for, the emotional
side.
Right? We're making sure mom has the additional resources such as nutrition, right? We're working on postures and positionings, right? We're making sure the partners actually know what to do in that room. So we really help navigate and guide throughout those transitions.
So Tameka, you're from Port Royal, right here locally. So how did you get into this? What sparked your interest in this field?
I started as a young girl here. I worked at Hobbit Hill. A lot of moms who know this area, that's one of our local early child cares. And so I started in that, and I took care of a lot of doctors, babies. So I've always worked with families since I was young living here.
All right, so let's talk about evolution, Energy Evolution. It is located on St. Helena.
Yes.
And it is like a wellness clinic, sort of?
We like to stay in the space where we say it's our wellness, our holistic wellness sanctuary.
Sanctuary. Ooh,
it's our sacred space, right? We are the little lighthouse on the side of the road, right on St. Helena Island, right? And that allows us to have a space where we can facilitate a place where moms and families can come in for consultations. They can come in for classes, for childbirth classes. They also can have things that are events that are wellness oriented, which are, we call them blessing ways, where we hold sacred space for mothers, not just the baby showers, right? These are events where we get to hold space for the mother, making sure she stays grounded in her energy. And then also we have cool events where we do learning about different wellness herbs, right? Because we also have a retail little space in there where we have different herbal teas, and then also other healing jewelry as well. So
it all surrounds motherhood.
Yes, indeed.
Right. So
we call it the perinatal journey. It's going to be able to hold space. I train doulas as well. So we have a collective of doulas where we are able to support not only just the birth part, right? It's everybody loves when the baby gets here. But what about that time when moms and families need the support before conception, right? Maybe they've had some traumatic things that have happened with maybe a loss. But then we have that continuity of care, right?
Very good.
The continuous care from all throughout the journey.
And then after the baby's born is also, particularly for first-time mothers, is can be very traumatic, and it can be that they can go through postpartum depression. So there's just a lot. And I love the term holistic. You know, from the moment you're pregnant, all the way through that pregnancy, and then afterward. I mean, it is very and I like it. There's a medical side, but then the emotional side is actually so much more.
It's so important. And the postpartum period is very sacred to me. I had a sister who had a 1-year-old in 2020. She had just had a new baby, and she had been suffering from postpartum psychosis. And that's a little bit more intense than your regular postpartum depression, right? That can only last maybe a couple of weeks. But we look at now where moms, after they've had that baby, they have a 6-week checkup, right? But what about that checkup throughout the 6 weeks, up to the 12 months, up to almost 24 months? Because my sister only had a 1-year-old, and that resulted in her having postpartum psychosis, and a car ended up tragically hitting her. So,
oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's when things
so
really,
sorry. Yes.
it really did take a shift for me.
All right.
So yeah.
Okay, so Energy Evolution, it is located on St. Helena Island. Please check it out. Go to the website and you can find out all about their wonderful services for our mothers. Thank you so much. So nice to meet you, Tameka.
Thank you so much.
And we'll be right back with more North of the Broad. Don't go away.